So, Maelia, great to have you here, joining us live at XCred International. Could you give us a quick introduction? So, who are you, where are you from, and what do you do?
Okay, so I'm from France, and I'm working at Bpifrance, and I am Director of International Relations, Business Development and Rating in the ECA part of Bpifrance. Bpifrance is a public investment bank that has three subsidiaries. One that provides financing to companies, another one that provides investment, and the other one is the ECA, the Export Credit Agency. The Export Credit Agency has been transferred from CoFace on the 1st of January of 2017 inside Bpifrance, and there is a subsidiary inside Bpifrance that has been created in order to be the ECA, the French ECA. So the French ECA is doing the exactly same thing than what it was doing in CoFace, but now it is Bpifrance that is the French ECA.
And what was the purpose from moving it from CoFace into BPI?
Good question. This is a decision of the government. They wanted to create a one-stop shop for the companies, and especially from SMEs, for the SMEs, in order for them to be able to find in one single place financing, investment, and credit insurance. And inside Bpifrance, there is also an entity that is in charge of export financing. So Bpifrance, the bank, can provide export financing to SMEs up to 25 million euros if they are alone, and up to 75 million euros if they are in co-lending. So they can provide export financing, and then they can get the insurance from the ECA. This is the first thing, the main objective of the government. The second one for transferring us was that they wanted us to use the tremendous regional network that Bpifrance has inside France, because you have altogether in Bpifrance you have 3,000 people, and they have 50 regional offices that are located all over France, and they wanted us to use those regional offices in order to have those people with specialists and area managers that could bring the SMEs to export and help them to export. So this was the second main objective, and Bpifrance also has area manager, international area manager. They have 13 of them in different regions of France, like Singapore, Dubai, Kenya, Ivory Coast, New York, in Germany too. So we use all those area representative, international area managers, in order to help us when we go abroad, to meet the buyers and to try to have the buyers, sign contracts with French companies, and then they can develop and tell about our products abroad in their areas, and they are very good relays, of us all over the world.
So when it comes to trade promotion, what are the biggest issues and challenges facing French companies looking to export, or French companies looking to grow their current export operations?
You know that Bpifrance is a bank that wants to promote SMEs, especially. Key accounts, they know the business. They knew it when we were in CoFace, and they know how we work. So it is more in order to help SMEs to export. And they have to be consulted, to be advised about how to do it, what are the different products that we can provide, trade, and all that. And the government has created what we call a Team France Export, that is with Business France, and they help us abroad and in France in order to develop all those connection, with the buyers and with the French companies. The main challenges for SMEs is to know our product, to know where to go, in which country to go, to know what are the compliance issues, to know what are the legal issues, and of course to know what are the contracts that they can conclude. So all this big team help a lot the SMEs, and we have noticed an increase of about 30% of our demands from SMEs since we are in Bpifrance. So it worked.
So what does the ECA landscape look like currently in France, given both the inward and external geopolitical uncertainties, global tensions, and the macroeconomic situation?
Okay. What do we think about the international world? And the main complaint of everyone is compliance, the compliance scheme and the sanctions. So, if I take, for example, Russia was one of our biggest exposure before, and now it has slowed down because of the sanction problem. And this is a pity, because Russia is a country where there is a lot of variety of contracts that can be concluded in space, in infrastructure, in oil and gas, and things like that. So countries like Russia or even Brazil, that has a lot of sanction or compliance subject, have gone down. If I put apart the defense sector, because we have a great exposure in defense in our portfolio, but if we look at the world globally, what we can do is that we export in many countries. It can be in Middle East, we have a lot of exposure. In Asia, we have a lot of exposure. In Africa, we're doing a lot of export financing and some insurance too. In the EU too. Few we have some with the United States, but mostly on space or ships, and we have some in Latin America, but less.
Okay. So given the current landscape, here we are in 2020, what advice would you recommend for French SMEs looking to navigate the rest of 2020, and how can Bpifrance help with that?
What we can do is to use. We have an economist inside Bpifrance that can help with their advice, and we have a lot of what we used to is also all the French embassies abroad that belong to the Ministry of Finance, and whenever there is a project, then we ask them, what do you think of that project? What do you think of, we can ask them, what do you think of the economy of the country too? And then to help SMEs is to advise them, to tell them success stories too. Well, look at that company, it was an SME and it succeeded in concluding a contract. It was their first export. I can take, for example, for Roche, that is a French SME that concluded a big contract in lightning, and then it was a great success for them. So it is mostly advice from us, because we work all over the world, so we can know some legal subjects, some economic subjects, political subjects from some countries, and we can help them with that.
Yep.
But we have to have face-to-face, meetings in order to explain them.
Yep.
It's better than on the phone or things like that, and this is why those regional offices are of great help.
Yeah. Maelia, thank you very much for giving us an oversight on the French market. Look forward to hearing from you soon.
Okay, thank you very much. It was a pleasure.